Hey, my people. I just did a quick video to go on Facebook because, as I think I may have mentioned in the past, I am a new 31 consultant. And I did go into business originally to just get the box full of goodies because it had all the bags and whatnot that I wanted from the company. But I'm getting sort of pumped because I love the merchandise, and I know that there are so many people who, could benefit from it. So here I am, not pushing the business, but becoming part of the business. But I just wanted to do a quick video for my blog because I've been going through a lot mentally, just trying to process things. I've talked to a couple of different people. I have reconnected with some of my past friends who are going through similar issues that I'm going through. One of the young ladies who I connected through, she's my Twitter sister, and I know that sounds funny, but social media is a great thing. It actually connects you to people who you don't know and wouldn't have an opportunity to actually connect with, but you end up connecting somehow, some way. And this has, her and I have been social media friends now, oh boy, I would say close to 8 years. And while we've only seen each other face to face a handful of times, social media has done a great thing of keeping us connected. We've actually exchanged numbers, and we've talked periodically throughout the years. But all that to say, and I'm donning my Hillgrove Hawks baseball mom shirt because we're part of the Elite Eight. Couldn't go without saying that. So my heart and his team are on closer to getting to the championship. But I say all this to say, reached out to her because I saw a change in some of the pictures that she's posted. Her and her husband were like a fairy tale to me. They were really young. They got married. They had a son together. He's an officer, and she was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and then she got into the workforce and became a property manager. I think they moved to Florida for a bit and whatnot, not to give all of her story away. But I noticed a new guy in the pictures, and it was not her husband. So me being who I am, I'm living my life out loud. If I have a question, I'm going to ask, and I'm not afraid to ask anymore. I mean, you can either tell me you don't want to know, you don't want me to know, it's none of my business, or you can live in your truth. And she actually lived in her truth when I inboxed her on social media and was like, okay, what's going on? Did you get divorced? What's going on, boo? Checking in on you. And come to find out, indeed, we have not gone into detail about it. We're planning to get together and have some drinks and just talk about life because I did let her know that I'm in a similar position. Not to say that I'm getting divorced, but marriage is a struggle right now, and I'm just being honest with you guys, as you already know. So my point to this video is you never know who's going through either the same situation that you're going through or something very similar. Our outcomes can be totally different or completely the same. When you see someone on social media and things look like roses and peaches and butterflies and whatnot, you have no idea the amount of manure that sits right underneath those beautiful blooming and blossoming roses. Did you catch that? I hope you did. Anyhow, this past Thursday was my husband's birthday. He turned 41. God was so gracious to allow him to grace this earth for 41 full years. And I wasn't really sure how to celebrate his birthday. One, I don't know what he wants. I can ask him and he won't say anything. And I'm on a teacher salary right now. I get paid once a month, so I have to count these little coins that I do have and make sure that they spread out like they need to spread out, you know. Amen, amen, choir, amen. So, but not to say that I wouldn't splurge on him. I would definitely splurge on my husband. I have. I think that's part of the issue right now, is that he's a little spoiled. Anyhow, that night, well, no, yeah, that night, as we were snuggled up in bed, which is a new something here lately, while I'm cuddled in his arms, head on his chest, hand across his chest as well, instead of me just relishing in the fact that we are booed up, so to speak, I took the opportunity to pray over him. And in the midst of my prayer, I was doing a whole lot of, Lord, why don't you change him, Lord? Why don't you do this? Why don't you? And it was all about him. And it's like God spoke to me and said, change has to happen for you first. You can't always pray for change for someone, because oftentimes when you're praying for change in one person, it's actually a change in you that needs to occur before you can even see that there has been a change in the person who you're hoping God changes. Amen. I know I'm taking you out of church right now, but I had to get this off my chest. So I ended up changing my prayer from change him to, God, let thy will be done. If there is something that needs to be changed in me, please make it so. Make it so that I'm coming to you, Lord, and I am doing what you are requiring me to do. And in the words of Iyanla Vanzant, I have to do the work. Needless to say, my prayer ended with, Lord, if the relationship that should be between my husband and I should be, I embrace it, Lord. And Lord, if this is not the relationship that you are selecting for me and my husband, I'm receiving that as well. And I was able to fall asleep in a lot of comfort in the arms of my husband. I can't tell you how long it has been since I had the desire, one, to be cuddled and lay on his chest and listen to his heartbeat, and, just smelling his smell, listen to his breathing, feel the warmth from his body, and actually enjoy that. It's been a long time. And in the same sense, I can't tell you how long it has been since I prayed such a powerful prayer, not just for me, but for my husband. I want the best for the relationship, no matter what the outcome is. I want the best for my husband, regardless if we stay together or if we should decide to go our separate ways. I do. I long for the day when we return to the people who we were when we first started dating. Those people had a zealous lifestyle. We lived to spend time with one another. We lived to see each other conquer our goals, our dreams. And I've always felt that I was his biggest cheerleader. But how many of you all have felt the same way, but not cheered him or her on? I mean, really listen to that. In your heart of hearts, you feel like you are that person's cheerleader, but does your actions and do your words reflect that? If you're always nagging and belittling and, being curt with one another, but you feel like you're each other's biggest cheerleader, then this is not so. So all that to say, you have to be very careful what you're praying about. And in the midst of you praying, God may reveal to you the shortcomings that you have that you need to work on so that what you're praying can actually come into fruition. So on that note, thank you again for joining Life with My Bookends. Just call me. J. Nicole is out. Peace.